Good afternoon. Welcome to the midday news on Ogtv. Doyinsola Ogunbadewa is my name. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abeokuta has commended the organized labor in the state for their cooperation and collaboration since the inception of his administration. Governor Abeokuta made the remark during a stakeholders meeting with labor leaders in the state. Governor's office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu reports.
While promising that the state will soon commence payment of the new national minimum wage, Governor Abeokuta said that the meeting was called at his instance as part of ongoing efforts of the state government to interface with relevant stakeholders on the interventions of the government in addressing the nation's economic challenges and to seek their continual support for the successful implementation of economic restructuring programs of President Bola Tinubu. He explained that the deregulation of the downstream sector, which has led to high pricing of petroleum products, was done in the interest of the nation, assuring that food inflation would soon fizzle out. The governor pointed out that the introduction and adoption of the universally accepted CNG and the e-mobility motorcycles by both the federal and state government was tailored at reducing the importation of premium motor spirit and to mitigate the pressure on the nation's foreign reserves.
We all appreciate the fact that our commitment to energy transition has to be total. It has to be total. It is the only path of sustainability. It's been done in other countries before. And to that extent, Mr. President had put in place a presidential CNG initiative, which comprises people from different sectors in the presidency that have been working on this energy transition, and that's why we see that they are now beginning to send, buses to each state. They are sending CNG kits to each state, and once we're able to see this process, even to 30% implementation, we'll begin to see that the cost of fueling a vehicle will be less than 300 naira per litre, and it'll be sustainable because it will now not be subject to the price of crude fluctuating up and down, which we will always experience when we are dominantly relying on petrol.
Speaking of food inflation, the governor said his government will soon set up farmers' markets across the 3 central districts of the state to allow residents access farm produce directly from the farm without any interference from middlemen.
We see the food items come from farm or hinterland. They actually get to the cities. The prices are still very reasonable when they arrive early in the morning. But some people will actually go there, they will buy that produce. It would have changed hands several times on the same spot before market opens. And they add additional prices under the guise that they are paying taxes to A, B, C, D that are quite totally unknown to us with different tickets. But by the time you and I go to the market, the price is like 3,000%. So of course, we're also going to deal with this frontally.
Responding in separate remarks, the state chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, Comrade Hamid Benko, that of Trade Union Congress, TUC, Comrade Akim Lasisi, as well as that of Joint Negotiating Council, GNC, Comrade Issa Olude, promised to continue supporting government at all levels, urging the government to resolve transportation challenges by extending the operations of the state-owned CNG buses to student communities, as well as allow workers work remotely.
Let's take cognizance of the students, conveying students from major bus stops to their various schools and returning them back to those bus stops. At the same time, we civil servants, we want to appreciate you that you have given us these CNG buses, that long buses. I think we have to extend a little bit, even to Obantoko and to some other axes that has not been involved in that area. You did it in the past, allowing workers to work remotely from home. You will have loved it if you repeat it this time around again. I also want to probably about transport relief to workers and pensioners. This will also help us in probably bringing down the cost of
running their affairs in the state.
The state head of service, Kehinde Onosoya, commended the governor for various interventions implemented in reducing the hardship created by the economic challenges.
I just want to say this opportunity to thank His Excellency and truly thank the initiatives. I believe that you have demonstrated capacity, commitment, strong will to the development of the welfare of workers' welfare.
Governor Abeokuta, however, assured the workers of a better Nigeria, urged them to see the current economic challenges in the country as a necessary step to put the nation back on track, stating that the federal government has promised to provide the needed assistance to the state to cushion the effects of the hardship. Yusuf Ganiyu, Ogtv News.
In a strategic move to reduce fuel costs and provide Nigerians with an affordable alternative to petrol and diesel, President Bola Tinubu has enabled compressed natural gas (CNG) to be available for vehicles at 230 naira per litre. These initiatives provide cheaper and cleaner alternative to petrol, which currently sells for over 900 naira per litre, reflecting the President's commitment to lowering the cost of living and alleviating the pressures from fuel subsidy removal. The Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, PCNGI, which was launched under President Tinubu's directive, is set to deliver wide-reaching benefits to Nigerians by significantly cutting fuel costs. The introduction of CNG as a fuel source aligns with the government's drive towards energy diversification and is designed to bring immediate relief to Nigerians, especially those who depend on transport for their livelihood. According to a statement by the project's director, Michael Oluwagbemi, as part of this initiative, President Tinubu has ordered 1 million free CNG conversion kits to be distributed to commercial vehicles involved in transporting people, food and goods. The distribution process is supported by PCNGI in partnership with NIMCO Gas, which will manage the conversion process. The state have promised the state government that the welfare of the fare is humane and will not bring unnecessary burden to the people. Transport leaders who are speaking to newsmen said they will cooperate with Governor Abeokuta in his desire to ensure that residents of the state do not face harsh conditions as a result of the current high cost of fuel in the country. Ganiyu Yusuf reports.
The briefing followed the meeting between the Ogun State government and transport unions on how to ensure fair transportation pricing in the state in the face of increment in petrol pump price in the country. Governor Abeokuta's media team decided to meet leaders of the transport unions in the state to harmonize their position on this initiative, which according to them is a development that would bring relief to residents of the state. National President of Akumoro, Samsidin Akpelogun, commended Governor Abeokuta for revolutionizing the transport sector with the establishment of the Ministry of Transportation and introduction of the e-mobility program.
We cannot inflict unnecessary pressure and hardship on good citizens of Ogun State, and for His Excellency to think out of his box is welcome idea, and we'll make sure that in all ramifications we will support his own policy.
The state chairman of the Ogun State Park Management Scheme, Akin Bodwe, affirmed that his union did not increase the cost of its tickets so as to make life easier for members.
Adẹ̀tí ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀, a rí pé iye tó ń repo, owó tí wọ́n fi sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí gómìnà bá sọ lánàá, nǹkan tí wọ́n sì fi sí ó sì wà pa tí ó jẹ́ pé ohun tí gómìnà gan fẹ́ ni, so kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó fi kún owó tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì, so gbogbo nǹkan ń lọ, epo yẹn náà ló sì fa nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fi iye tán fi sí yẹn.
Also, the state chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, Alhaji Mustafa Ismail, and his counterpart at the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, Alhaji Titilayo Akibu, implored people of the state to be patient with President Bola Tinubu, saying that the union in the state will continue to look after the welfare of their passengers.
But the barrier is less than 5%. But we should give kudos to our drivers and the people at Motor Park. Because if you inflate the ticket, no. They simply because of the hike of the price of fuel.
Èyí tó jù náà ni a ti ṣe yẹn a ti súnmọ́ àwọn èèyàn a ti béèrè pé sọ́wọ́n ni wọ́n lára lórí owó bọ́ọ̀sì wọ́n ní wọ́n náà wọ́n lára pé 500 ló fi sí ọ̀gá adé ti sọ fún wa pé wọ́n máa kó bọ́ọ̀sì CNG jáde so èyí tó jù náà ti ṣe yẹn wọ́n ti fún wa ní báyìí CNG so mọ́tò náà ọ̀nà tí wọ́n fún wa very soon náà so tọ́ba dẹ̀ ti fún wa owó mọ́tò bá ti ṣe kí ni a tún wálẹ̀.
On his part, the state chairman of the Articulated Motorcycle Owners and Riders Association of Nigeria, Taufik Shokoya, commended Governor Dapo Abiodun for introducing e-bikes into the transport sector of the state, noting that the e-bikes have brought about a new regime for transport fare for motorcycle subscribers in the state.
1,000. Ibi tó bá ń gbé ní 500 naira, kan gbé wá sí 300 naira. Ibi tó bá ń gbé ní 200 naira, kan gbé wá sí 100 naira. Adé tó ń tó àtìkò yìí tó dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn fún àwọn ìlérí tó ń tún ti ṣe fún wa pé àwọn ọkọ̀ tí wọ́n ń lo gáàsì ti fẹ́ tútú dé ṣé àwọn nígbà tó ń promise wa lórí ọ̀kadà ó dé tẹ́ bá wò ta kákàkiri sìn ìyẹn ti di rọrùn fáwọn tó ń gùn ta tí wọn ò repo mọ́ so àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà wa gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe.
Otunba Taufik Shokoya called on people of the state and traders to help government by ensuring a friendly price regime in their various businesses. Yusuf Ganiyu, Ogtv News.
On the foreign scene, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump meet in a fiery debate, the first of the 2024 U.S. presidential election. The debate had policy, but personal attacks also dominated the 90-minute event. Harris said people leave Trump rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom, and Trump said people don't go to hers in the first place. Trump criticized Harris' record on immigration and the border and also her shifts in policy positions. Harris blamed him for Trump abortion bans and the 6 January attacks on the U.S. Capitol. Snap polls suggest Harris won the debate, but Trump says afterwards that she lost very badly. It is a record time for Nigeria basketball and the country's boys girls team to have qualified for the quarterfinals of the African Under-18 Basketball Championship ongoing in South Africa. It is a historic time for Nigeria in the AfroBasket Under-18 event, which serves as the qualification tournament for the FIBA Junior World Cup built for Switzerland. It is the first time that 2 Nigerian teams would get into the quarterfinals at that level. The girls picked the quarterfinal slot as one of the 3rd best teams from their group. J Tigers will face Egypt on Wednesday in the game built for Pretoria. 2 teams are expected to represent Africa in the FIBA Under-18 World Cup scheduled to take place in Switzerland. Doing your best means never stop trying. You can watch us on Facebook at Ogtv and Ogun State Television, YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms at X Ogun TV, on Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And that will be all for now. Thank you for watching. Join us again at 2 o'clock for more.